Good evening, everybody. Uh, once again, we join our intrepid hero as she is part of her way through an adventure. She's not very fast, but she's very determined. Yeah, I wanted to see if she would skate forward in her house too, and it turns out the answer is yes. I've also got some, oh, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. We've also got some mail, so we can read that now. Might move slow, might jump high. This Kong's one hell of a guy. Yeah. Yeah, Jacqueline Rose, welcome. Always love to see a new face around here. Hi, B. Oh, are you a bot? Anyway. The year we both came here, do you think it ever could have worked? I mean, with being with you again every day said the long distance thing was great. I remember feeling really happy, but something was missing. We both knew that we were giving something up for it all. I think about it all the time. That if we'd been less honest about it all, how you might still be running that little garden shop, and I'd still be trying to write music out of a basement. It doesn't matter. I should have told you then what I never did. I should have said it 100 times. Oh, it is tragic lesbians. I can't quite remember what I was doing, but I think I needed a lot of chickens. I think I was trying to feed a Gordo. You never seen this game in action? This is Slime Rancher. My ranch is a little bit messy. Just a little. But the basic gameplay loop. Let me actually sleep until daytime. Just so that it's a little bit easier to see. The gameplay loop at its core. Let me just run out the front door of my ranch here. You're going to see performance get dramatically better as soon as the chickens are no longer in view. You find slimes out in the world. You pick them up. You take them back to your ranch and you put them in pens. If you look in the upper right there, you'll see that every slime has a particular diet. Pink slimes are the most permissive, they'll eat literally anything. When you feed a slime, they give you a plort. And then when you have plorts, what you can do... Over here. You can see what plorts are selling for, and then exchange them for money if you can hit the thing. And then you can exchange money for goods and services. Like, for example, I've already bought everything on this one, hold on. You can like put things in these little like predetermined plots, you can upgrade them. Is it a farming sim with slimes? Yes, there's also a big like exploration aspect to it. Like going out, finding rare slimes, bringing them back, finding like proper food for them. You can also crossbreed slimes. Like for example, this is like a crossbreed of like a little fairy and a cat. And crossbred slimes give 2 types of plorts. And I need to sell these ones actually. Breeding slimes. Yeah. Wait, hold on. I never saw this before. Okay, you've seen that tag before, so have I. Okay, so this is actually a good example. Some parts of your ranch are going to be blocked off, and the lab allows you to begin your career as an amateur unlicensed slime scientist. 10,000 money. I do not have 10,000 money. I have approximately 6,000 money, but I've also got a lot of plorts in storage. So let me check the market. Phosphorus going up, Tabby's going down. You have 3 slimes, no money. Oh, they're making this face because they're hungry, I think. They are out of food. They eat fruit. Some lazy caretaker has been neglecting to feed them. Very tragic. Completely unavoidable. Luckily, I'm here to save the day. I could also feed them by hand, but it gets kind of chaotic. I may or may not have been slightly neglecting my duties as a slime rancher to explore. In my defense, the slimes are in cages and have no rights. No complaints have been submitted. Got some potatoes. These are called phase lemons. I got them from a fancy ruin. Is there an angle to this, or is it just Stardew Valley without the passive-aggressive lesbian? I presume there is an end goal, but I'm not sure what it is. These are quantum slimes, they like the phase lemons. I crossbred them with saber-toothed slimes. If I touch them, they might hurt me. I have also never played Stardew Valley. But yeah, this game. In terms of an endgame, I'm not certain. Vaguely, it seems to be fully unlock the ranch, fully explore everything. There's actually a thing I was going to do, as there are these giant slimes out in the world that you can, like, feed and then they explode. Slime cockfights. It's not that kind of Dojin. I'll just leave those there. But yeah, like, I need better. If memory serves, the slime that I'm currently looking to get rid of eats meat, so I'll grab a bunch of chickens, feed that slime until it explodes, and then, like, where it was standing, there'll be, like, a key or, like, some kind of key item, or even just a teleporter somewhere else. Giant slime waifu. It's not that kind of game, although I'm certain there's that kind of fan art for it. Alright. Typically the big slimes want, like, to eat 50 things, so I'm just gonna fill an inventory slot with chickens, and I have a few to spare. Yes, everything is done with this vacuum thing. It's kind of like Luigi's Mansion, if Luigi was a lesbian. Am I saying Luigi isn't a lesbian? You know, he does have a Fox costume in 3D World. Not that I'm implying anything. The L in LGBT stands for Luigi. You're not wrong. That was not the correct teleporter. But yeah, overall, this is an extremely chill game. Ignore the feral pink slimes that are about to try and murder me. It's very chill, very relaxing. I don't want to slip into the water because if I do, I will drop all of these chickens and they'll have died for nothing. But yeah, very chill game. You can kind of like farm at your own pace. I've kind of been doing exploration. The slimes are all extremely cute. I found this cool ruin a while back that I had to like put specific floors into specific statues to open this Stargate looking thing. More of a Terraria type, you need your buildings to be hostile. Totally valid. I've actually been thinking of doing a very slow burning Terraria playthrough, where I would like install Calamity and a few other mods, and then do a playthrough where I try to get at least one of every single item in the game. Like, every single drop from every single boss, every single block, every single variant. Very bad idea. Oh, absolutely. When I say slow burn, I mean it would take me a very long time. Final Eclipse, welcome. Always a delight to have you around. I wish there was a faster way to get to this point, but if there is, I haven't found it yet. But yeah, I'm somebody who really enjoys, like, building survival Minecraft, Terraria type games, but I'm absolutely terrible at actually building things. Like, ask me to put together an outfit, like, I can absolutely do that. Ask me to, like, build a house, I'm just like, here's a box filled with every tool station, have fun. So part of the playthrough would be, like, deliberately trying to make good, aesthetic-looking builds to kind of, like, cultivate that skill. Also, if you play FF14, does this not look like a Dalamud crater? Hardest part would probably be getting the universal pylon. I think in Calamity they made it easier to get that. Mr. Ruyan, welcome. Always a delight to have you around. That up there, that's the slime that I need to kill. So you're late, you got stuck in Robot Vietnam? No, totally fine. Democracy cannot be denied. Generally stick your NPCs in boxes. Same. Like I say, I want to get better at that. I'm starting to think that perhaps this guy wanted fruit and not chickens, in which case this was a wasted trip. There we go. Dang it, he likes fruit. Whoops. Well. It was good cardio, at least. You started a Calamity playthrough a while back and got far, but then an update broke it and then you never finished it. That's a mood. When things break, it's like, ugh. Ooh, come to Ginger. That is uncommon. I wonder if I can, grow that. Okay, so I gotta go back home, untraumatize these chickens, and then bring some fruit. Modded Oblivion playthrough, forgetting what mods you had installed and never continuing it. Yeah, that's the problem with games that you can like heavily mod. A game that I have also given thought to playing, it would have to be after replacing my PC because my current PC couldn't handle it, but well, it could handle it, but it couldn't handle streaming it. A game that I like the thought of streaming is Skyrim, like heavily modded. RE4 randomizer. I've never played RE4, I'd have to play the base game before I randomized it. But yeah, like heavily modding Skyrim, playing that on stream, I think it'd be fun. Oh, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. The only Resident Evil game that I played was Resident Evil 2, and I didn't beat it. I got about as far in as when Mr. X starts terrorizing you. And then like the guy that I was playing it with just like stopped inviting me to play it with him, so kinda never got back around to it. I don't know why he wasn't having a good time. I came across a locker with a combination lock on it, and I started doing every single combination, starting from 0000, incrementally. We were there for like 5 minutes before he was like, Ariel, the combination is this, please just move on. I'm going to see if I can grow this gilded ginger. This looks very pretty, but they explode. So I fear them. I in fact cannot grow these, unfortunate. I'll just hold on to it then. I'll just stuff this in storage so it doesn't despawn. I've heard that Silent Hill is very good. I've also never played it. I'm really not the type that plays horror at all. I am not somebody that enjoys being scared. Silent Hill was good, then Konami did a Konami. Yeah, Konami keeps doing Konamis, it's not fun. Speaking of Konami, I really want to get around to playing the Castlevania games. Especially the Alucard and Soma Cruz ones, where you can get like enemy powers and use them. I should stream Symphony of the Night. It's definitely like on the list of things that I want to do. I love Metroidvanias. The most recent Metroid stinkier sibling. Oh, I'm well aware, don't worry. The most recent one that I played was Bloodstained Symphony of the Night. I didn't do it on stream, there's no VOD, don't waste your time looking, sorry. Very, very fun game. I forgot in that game, in Bloodstained Symphony of the Night, I forgot that you could upgrade shards. So I went through the entire game with level 1 shards. I accidentally did a really hard challenge run. You have a friend who defends Silent Hill 2 as being extremely wonky to play as you're just playing a random guy, of course, who controls like a tank. I don't like tank controls. Like... There's really no expansion on that, I just don't like tank controls on humanoids. What was it? Another pet peeve of mine is like the Capcom camera. If you've ever played like a DMC, you know what I mean? Where it's like, here's a fixed camera angle that will change at random when you step on this particular spot of the room. Have fun. Eternal Darkness is a horror game I should play if I ever emulate GameCube games. We have a bargain. I am not touching anything horror until I have at least 100 followers. Metroid Dread is a horror game. I actually played that one, it was a lot of fun. I got stabbed in the neck a lot of times. Metroid Dread I wouldn't really call horror because the enemies are like in isolated zones and you have a gun. Like, you're Samus, you're badass, it's inherently less scary. Because in some small way, you're capable of fighting back. Proper horror comes from being completely helpless. You're doing a speedrun of Dread, got Cuffley and Emmy 3 times, parried all 3, told your viewers it was easy to do. It is not easy to do. Very bratty move, I highly approve. Yeah, fake it till you make it. Metroid Prime 2, I really want to play Metroid Prime 2. When I was a kid, I had Metroid Prime, the version with like the demo disc for Metroid Prime 2, and I played that demo so many times. I really want to play Echoes. Honestly, they should really just like release the they should really release the remaster on Switch. Like, they've got the remaster. Please put it on Switch. They ported the first game, and only the first game. I want 2 and 3. I've forgotten where the Gordo is. I think it was like over this way. But yeah, no, once I hit at least 100 followers, the plan is to, as my concession for the wager, the plan is to add Spooky's House of Jump Scares to the schedule. It looks like a nice, tame, beginner-level horror game that I can handle. To put into perspective how completely unsuited for horror games I am, one time I tried playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I started the game up for the very first time, walked down the first hallway, locked myself in a closet, closed the game, uninstalled it, and never played it again. Hold on, let me double check how long ago that was. That was 12 years ago. 12 years ago, I purchased Amnesia, played it for 30 seconds, uninstalled it. I was like, yep, I got scared. Money's worth. Have I played Bioshock? No, I have not. Okay, there we go. Bioshock, like Bloodborne, is secretly a horror game. The cool thing about Bioshock is that it's so famous and well known that I kind of know all of the twists just because I exist in this world and have my eyes open, and people don't stop talking about that game. In a good way. Not Infinite, the original Bioshock, yeah. With like the big daddies and the little sisters. Also, now that I've said that out loud, another concern playing that game is I'm going to have to say Big Daddy with a straight face God knows how many times. I don't know if I'm capable of that. Alright. Anyway, speaking of Big Daddies, let's beat this one. Oh goodness. We got ourselves a key. Awesome. That is what we needed. First time a girl you were texting called you daddy, you damn near canceled your phone plan. Oh no. I don't know what these are for. Interesting. Anyway, I've got a key, so now I gotta find something to use them on. What is it? Another name that has not aged well was from Paper Mario, Twink. I read Twink for the first time and I kind of broke a little bit. It's like, oh no. Oh no. Okay, so another thing that I'm looking for while I'm here is a statue that looks like this. It would have nothing in its mouth. But I need to find it, I need to find it, and I need to put a tangle plort in its mouth. And I thought it might have been up there under the Gordo, but it wasn't. I should also probably come home and drop these off. I'm Twink, citation link. Oh no. Fun fact, Link's most recent design from the Wild Duology was deliberately made androgynous because they wanted Link to be somebody that both boys and girls could project onto, which I think is good. Let us play as a girl, indeed. Honestly, I think that they're probably just scared. Because the last time they let us play as a girl, we got Zelda's Adventure, which was not very good. Oh, speaking of playing as a girl, hold on. Yeah, the FPS is on my end. The chickens mess with things. Hold on. Speaking of the feminine characters. So, a while back, Atlas had the opportunity to do the funniest thing, and they kind of fumbled it. But this is the protagonist of Shin Megami Tensei 5. what I really wanted them to do was I wanted them to give us a gender option that changed absolutely nothing about the character's appearance. You pick boy or girl, and that's what you look like either way. Is that the Persona spin-off? Yes. Yes, it is. My favorite Persona spin-off joke is just bringing up that Persona is like 5 spin-offs deep. Like, you have Digital Devil Story, then you have Megami Tensei, then you have Shin Megami Tensei, then you have, what was it, SMT 9s, then you have SMT Persona. These guys eat fruit, I should feed them something. I should feed them, but that's effort. Part of me wants to go back and play the old Atlas games. The rest of me is just like, it would not be fun, don't do it. Anything before, like, Nocturne is probably not fun. These guys eat meat and fruit, I've got no fruit for them. Yeah, like, original SMT might be fun if I was in the right mindset for it, but I'm kind of spoiled by the newer ones. I actually still need to finish 5. I got about as far as the... I'll try to phrase this ambiguously. I got about as far as the red-haired girl taking revenge on her bullies. And then I just, like, kind of stopped playing it because I was really depressed at the time. I kind of want to go back and just replay that entire game. I should probably actually attend to my farm so that I can make money. But whatever, I'm committed to this course of action now. I'll end up coming back home sooner or later. SMT player playing Skyrim installs a mod that disables fast travel. Alternately, people who love Dragon's Dogma. I absolutely adored the first Dragon's Dogma. I recognize that that game had some incredibly severe flaws, but I love it nonetheless. I am super looking forward to getting able to play Dragon's Dogma 2. Concerning fast travel in Skyrim, I definitely feel like that game is a lot more fun if you don't fast travel. But sometimes you just want to get to Markarth, and you don't feel like walking across the country for half an hour. Actually, wait, bad example. Nobody would ever want to go to Markarth. Sometimes you want to go to Winterhold, and you don't want to walk across the country for half an hour. fun question that like starts fights in places you wouldn't expect it to is Empire or Stormcloaks? People have some very strong opinions on that matter. Not do you have any room to say what makes a good game as a Dark Souls 2 fan? Much like Dragon's Dogma, I like Dark Souls 2, but it has some incredibly severe flaws. And it's unfortunate in Dark Souls 2's case because, in my opinion, the severe flaws of Dark Souls 2 kind of kill its replay value for me. The biggest one is Soul Memory. I'm somebody that enjoys PvP. Soul Memory just completely ruins that. And before anybody says it, the Agave Ring is not a fix, it is a band-aid and a sloppy one at that. Sorry for the sudden hostility. I am surprised I made that jump. You've never been able to get down, you've never been able to get into any Elder Scrolls games. Totally valid. Those games are wide but very shallow. It takes a very specific mentality to get into them. That's probably where I want to use the key that I got earlier. You're mad that the PvP rebalance killed the Blue Police. Yeah, it'd be nice if Dark Moons actually had any relevance whatsoever. Shattered. That looks like a mosaic slime, thing. And this is a place for a mosaic floor. I think I like the default mosaic look better, so I'll probably go change that back when I get back. Yeah, if Dark Moon's like actually got PvP, I would probably be a Dark Moon. But as it stands, being a Dark Wraith is like the only way to actually get kills. It's kind of sad. Whenever I see a Dark Moon, I'm just like, oh, you're literally only in that faction because you want to cast Dark Moonblade on a Falchion and spam R1. And I'm right 99% of the time. Alright, I'm gonna need 3 mosaic plorts. I can get those from my base. What else is down here? This fountain will come in handy. We are on an adventure. Something else I want to do someday if I ever get like really big is gaslight my audience, at least most of them, into thinking that I've never played a Dark Souls game. And then pretend to play Dark Souls 1 for the first time. And just enjoy all the reactions. Simple Flips with the hamburgers, that is like a legendary gaslight. I will never top that. But like, just because I know I'll never be on top doesn't mean I shouldn't shoot for it, you know? say this is so much easier than Monster Hunter. Oh, there's so many things that I could say. It's like, wow, this game's just like Genshin Impact. Hello there. Must have been one heck of a scorcher that caused these glass formations. They always look like flames to me, like a great firestorm covered this land before being frozen in time. Then again, maybe these are flames burning away but at a pace we can't even perceive. Perhaps this desert has two different times overlapping one another, and here we are stuck in the middle of it. Wouldn't that just be wild? Yeah, I thought this game was gonna be hard, but it's mostly just boring. That would be mean. Oh, I see a guy up there. Best FromSoft game is actually Lost Kingdoms. I'm not familiar with that one. Is that, like, from roughly the Kingsfield era? It's a GameCube game. I am not familiar with it. Huh. This guy eats exclusively vegetables. Okay. You thought their best game was Armored Core 4. I have never played an Armored Core, funnily enough. It seems like it'd be right up my alley, I've just never played it. It's definitely on the list. It's like Battle Network. What genre are they? Battle Network. Very good point. If you like Battle Network, there's... I don't have to be paused for this. If you like Battle Network, there's a game on Steam called One Step from Eden that is very similar to Battle Network in how it plays. Also Shanghai.exe. I am not familiar with that one, I'll have to look into it. Battle Network is another set of games where, when I was a kid, I had Blue. Like, Battle Network 3 Blue. And I always wanted the other ones and I never got them. And now that I'm an adult, I have all 9. And I have the worst choice paralysis, because I can't decide if I want to play them on my own time or if I want to play them on stream. And so I've just been stuck in between and not playing them at all. The problem with that is I would want to get every chip in every game, and that would take a very long time and be very boring to people who were not me. Okay, this area just lit up red. That means I'm about to explode and die. I should leave. Actually, it doesn't take that long in any of the games. Are you sure about that? Because I've heard stories about chips with like 1 in 2,000 drop rates. Am I talking every single chip code? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm talking Windrak Star. Come at me. Also, if you're curious what I'm up to, I'm trying to find my way back home. I'm lost. You know what? I can just do this. I can afford to lose a Tangleflort. I need 50 vegetables and some mosaic plorts. Yeah, MVM3 onwards, some codes are version locked. Yeah, I would need somebody else to be a mule for me. Oh god, the lag. Just turning around is a titanic effort. I know, it was the right thing to do. I appreciate you letting me know, but it never felt the same as having you close by. London was an opportunity I couldn't pass up, an opportunity to tour and do what I love. But I still missed you like crazy. And when you told me about going to the far, far range, it made me miss you even more, even before you were gone. I guess that's just us. What we really want just so happens to be in different parts of the known universe. I mean, there's long distance, and then there's being so far away that time itself might actually function differently. Why aren't there more songs about that, huh? Oh, I was also gonna change the mosaics back to prismatic. Shattered does look good, actually, but I prefer classic. I maintain that these Quicksilver slimes with the alternate color palette look like All Might. Okay, I think it was vegetables. It's Quick Man? No, it's definitely All Might. I never played classic Mega Man. My first ever Mega Man game was Battle Network Blue. I was very surprised to learn that, like, typically Mega Man is a robot and not a computer program. Need to play Mega Man X? It is definitely on my list of games that I want to play. Actually, that's not entirely true. When I was like 13, I borrowed Mega Man 03 for the Game Boy Advance from a friend. And then accidentally did a challenge run because I was too silly to understand how upgrading worked. So I did the entire game with base upgrades. Yeah, 03, the most bullshit hard game in the franchise. Yeah, I did that without elves and without upgrades. Hold on, I want to go back this way. Mega Man Zero was Dark Souls before Dark Souls. Like I say, I'm definitely willing to play it. I watched a very good friend of mine play a little bit of one of the Zero games somewhat recently. Where, like, the main character was like a human girl that, like, put on robot suits to fight. That seemed like fun. ZX, nice. I know that there's like a... I know that there's like a, that there's like a Fox Boy Robot Master. What game is he from? Asking for purely academic reasons. Zero 04. Okay. Also a bunny boy. Sorry, I just got distracted thinking about locking a Fox Boy and a bunny boy in a room together. Anyway, Or has a wolf but no fox that you recall. That's unfortunate. locked in a room with a cute fox twink and it turns out to be just a girl. That would probably be less fun, but easier to project onto, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know how it is for all of you, but like for me, whenever I'm like watching a show or reading a book or playing a game, I try to find a character that I can just like project onto, and that's kind of like how I immerse myself. So whenever there's a fox and they don't live up to my standards, it kind of turns me off a little bit. Yeah, Cupid Foxtar. There was another game with a fox that I was thinking of, but I'd forgotten it. Oh right, Star Fox Adventures. Kind of a side tangent, but Star Fox Adventures, pretty adequate Zelda-like. But my biggest complaint about that game is that you play as Crystal for approximately 15 seconds in the beginning, and then you spend the rest of the game playing as Fox. And like, there isn't even like a cheat code or a New Game Plus where you can play through the entire game as Crystal. Upset I don't get Crystal feed for the entire game. It's not the feed, it's just the fact that she's Crystal. Yeah, Star Fox Adventures could have been substantially better than it was. I'm sure you know this already, but Star Fox Adventures didn't actually start development as a Star Fox game. It was originally an original IP called Dinosaur Planet. That is not the right button, give me those back. It was an original IP called Dinosaur Planet, and then they were just like, crap, we need a Star Fox game. Buy this game, slap Star Fox on it, have fun. It's weird how popular Crystal became despite not even being a real character, really. Fox girls are the best, what can I say? I mean, I'm definitely not biased or anything. But yeah, it would have been nice if there was like a cheat code or a New Game Plus or literally any way to play as Crystal. Cat girls are better? I disagree. Like, don't get me wrong, cat girls are not bad, not by any stretch of the imagination. But like anything a cat can do, a fox can also do. And we're fluffier. And substantially more chaotic. I've forgotten where that Gordo was. Kirby's here somewhere. Have I played Kirby in the Forgotten Land? I have not. I recently played Kirby in the Crystal Shards for the N64. I think the most interesting thing about Kirby in the Forgotten Land to me is that people just kind of stopped talking about it about a week after it came out. People were like, wow, this game is really good, and then other people were just like, yes, I have no complaints. And that was basically the end of every single discussion. The 64 game was rough, but I enjoyed it. I thought that combining the powers was a really cool mechanic. It was surprisingly difficult. Wait. Mistakes may have been made. No, I got this. Okay. Jetpack to the rescue. Yeah, I'm not a fan of live service games for the most part. It's one thing if it's like a subscription-based game that's constantly getting like proper updates and your subscription gives you everything to that game. But if it's like, oh yeah, you gotta do this battle pass or you fall behind, I don't like that. I cannot find that Gordo. Actually, hold on, I may have just found that Gordo. I just found that Gordo. Okay. That is an interesting obstacle. I'm not sure if that would like shoot me up or block me. So let's just go around it. Yeah, Helldivers looks like a lot of fun, but I'm scared that by the time I get to play it, the community will have moved on. Alright, so once I feed this Gordo, we'll be able to like move through here and like get whatever he's guarding. That said, it's time for a 5-minute break, so I get to cliffhanger you. I will see you in 5 minutes. Please use this time to use the bathroom, get water, whatever it is you want to do. Yeah, I'll see you shortly. has been approximately 5 minutes. It's funny, 5 minutes seems like way too long when you're like about to do it. And then like when you're in the middle of it, you're just like, oh crap, I don't have enough time to do anything. Anyway, let's feed this guy the vegetables that I don't want to eat. I still love the eyes of terror. Alright, we get a new key and we can pass through here and find out what's on the other side. Which appears to be a shortcut back to a place I've already been. Which I suppose I can't complain too much about. Let's try to find that other door that I saw earlier. That may have been this way, actually. The really cool thing about exploring in this game is that I'm never sure if I'm, like, out of bounds or not. It's like every time I think that I'm somewhere that the game developers never intended for me to get, I find something that they put there to make my time a little bit more fun. It's like, wow, can't sneak anything past you, can I? Quite a sight to gaze upon the sand sea out there, no? I've scoured every corner of the desert, and everywhere I look, that sand sea stretches to the horizon. Makes you wonder just where the heck on the far, far range you are when the slime sea is nowhere to be found. Yeah, the Mario Odyssey design. Coins behind every corner. This looks climactic. 2 doors, Beatrix. Life is filled with moments where there's 2 doors and you can only choose one. I came to the far, far range because the search for the unknown is in my bones. And in time, even 1,000 light years away from Earth wasn't enough. So I searched for secrets within the ancient ruins that led me here. This place was my ticket to go even further. The ruins are actually great engines that allow for travel through space and maybe even time. After years of study, I knew how to activate them and I alone would be the first to cross over into the true beyond. It was the ultimate adventure. But then there's that other door. I met Thora and fell in love. What are the chances of that? She had a piece of my heart and the universe the other. 2 doors, Beatrix. These both lead to the same place. But it's thought-provoking. Sometimes you gotta make choices. I chose my door. I went back to the ranch and promptly sold it. I packed my things, took a tour of this beautiful land one last time, leaving these little notes for you. It was time I said goodbye to the life I had. My hands and feet tingled as I approached this monolithic warp terminal. What lay ahead of me was an adventure unlike anything I had ever known in my life. I stepped onto the platform, my heart racing. But I didn't go. I had packed for a new adventure, but it wasn't going to be beyond space and time. So I said a little goodbye to what could have been and headed to Thora's ranch. I'm looking forward to hearing the sound of those wind chimes. I've never been in love before, never known anything like it. This time I got to knowing what all the fuss is about. So, good luck to you, Beatrix. Always remember to use your head, but let your heart do the thinking every now and then. It might surprise you. I think you chose well, personally. Silver parsnip. I'm not entirely clear. Did I just beat the game? Because that kind of feels like I hit the end. Try the switch. I suppose you gotta play it. Same dialogue. Same dialogue. I can probably climb these. They look somewhat climbable. Speaking of Genshin Impact, this reminds me of that tower in Mondstadt. It's kind of got a similar aesthetic to it. I don't currently play Genshin Impact. I played long enough to get Yae Miko, and then I was just like, I've achieved everything I've ever wanted to achieve in this game. I don't need to play anymore. In the end, I never dropped a dime on it. I feel like I'm not supposed to go up there. I'm also feeling like that. But at the same time, I have felt like that in the past and then gotten reported for it, so... I feel like it's worth a shot. The achievement that I just got, what is that actually for? Discover where his journey ended and started once again. Okay, so the adventure continues is the achievement that I get if I actually win. So I'm not done. Not that I'm in any rush to be done, but... if I am, I want to know. the name of this area again? Glass Desert. Have a wonderful night. I don't think I ever came through here on foot. Yeah, I still need to like rehydrate all these flowers. I wonder if there's some way to make ancient water last longer in my backpack. Because 30 seconds is not very long, considering the distances I have to cover. I may have actually finished the game. Oh. I could maybe make that. Credits roll after I get the last email from Casey, who sends emails periodically. Oh, so I might get like the last email after finding that and then win. That's nice, I suppose. Kind of, I have like noticed that the emails from Casey kind of imply like a mirror with Hudson. Where I've kind of... what's the word? I kind of sacrificed love to go on an adventure, and then he did the same thing, but then he had a change of heart at the end. Speak of the devil. I'm gonna try one last time to put this water on the plant. I actually managed it, look at that. I just need a good movement. Let's head back home and read that email. This is the second to last email. Okay. So yeah, I might actually just be done. Very fun, very relaxing game. I can definitely potentially see myself just playing this game to relax and have fun once it's no longer like a stream game. I wonder what floor type this is. Think maybe? Maybe, I don't know. Right now, my objective is kind of just to get back home. At the risk of sounding like I'm rushing through this, if I'm done, I want to be done. Oh yeah, I'm not emergency returning. I do want to cultivate these. Don't worry. I even have a spare plot, as fate would have it. Just waiting for the energy to come back. Oh, the fire slimes look demonic. That's cool. And there's a portal home right here. While I was away, what happened while I was away? Hold on. Oh, return after more than 24 hours. I had a year to think about things while you slept on your way across the stars. I think it almost scared me when things got easier. And when I finally realized that what we each have now is what we wanted all along. Because if you're still the girl that I know, you're happy out there on the very farthest frontier. And I hope that the happiness you feel now lasts forever. I hope that the sunsets over there are as gorgeous as they are over here, and that if you search far enough on a rainy day, some rancher out there has a taco stand you can visit. I realize that last one isn't very likely to happen, but it sure would be romantic, right? I'm glad to have shared a part of me with you, Beatrix Laveau, and I'm happy to know that maybe one of those stars that I see up there in the sky is you. I'm tearing up. I'm actually tearing up a little bit. The chicken frame rate drops are kind of subverting the emotional weight of the scene, but... Silver parsnips. They certainly seem fancy. Food for lucky slimes? Yeah, that makes sense. I know that the gold ones liked gold gingers. It is such a mess in here. Hi, Bea. There's another tour coming up, and I have a feeling that this will be the one. So here I am, packing my bags and thinking of you. Maybe this is how it felt when you were leaving for your big adventure. Lots of excitement, lots of butterflies. And even though I know you're so far away, I keep thinking that maybe I'll catch you somewhere out there in the crowd. If that ever happens, I promise I'll sing a song for you. It wouldn't be the first time. That day, Beatrix took a moment to reflect. She thought about Hobson and Thora and the adventures she'd had exploring the far, far range. Most of all, she thought of Casey and wondered where life would take her next.
Oh, please don't say that you'll go. My heart can't bear the news. Just knowing that you'll be 1,000 light years away if you do. And will you know when it's through? When you find what you're looking for, will you know what to do? 1,000 light years away when you do. Oh, when you do. And I should have said it before you were gone, 'cause I'm kicking myself for waiting oh so long. And I should have held you near every time I fear somehow you just wouldn't feel the same. So please don't say that you'll go. My heart can't bear the news. Just knowing that you'll be 1,000 light years away if you do. Oh, if you do. Well, I'm just sitting here gazing up at the stars. Let's say we pick one out and call the whole thing ours. And even though that light we see ain't the same for you and me, well, you'll know and I'll know that you and I can't even be 1,000 light years away, and I'd still love you. Oh yes, I do. I love you.
I will not admit, I was not expecting to cry when I started playing Slime Rancher today. For every pioneer on every new frontier, be brave, be bold, and stay wiggly. Well, that happened. I suppose we'll just ranch slimes for the last half hour or so. From Hobson. This is the guy that left all the notes. Hello, Beatrix. I just want to say thanks for taking care of the old ranch. I know I left it in a bit of a sorry state, and from what I hear, it's looking mighty fine these days. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy knowing that it's in such good hands. As a little thank you, I've activated 3 secret vaults that I built years ago to stash a small fortune of mine. I had always planned on using it as walking around money in the great beyond, but I ain't needing for that no more. But you know me, I like a good adventure. I'm not telling you where the vaults are located. Go explore. no, that messed me up in like a good way. At no point playing Slime Rancher did I think I was going to cry. Alright. Let's see if I can sell enough plorts to afford the lab. Because I am nothing if not a fan of unauthorized science. Good time to sell most of these, honestly. Okay. Wait. You're not supposed to be out here? I think that perhaps they're upset because they're hungry. Look, there's food inside the cage. You don't have to try and escape. Oh no, they're turning into tars. That's not good. Oh, I can buy slime keys now. That's cool. Tragically, my slimes had to be put down. There was just no reasoning with them. Whose idea was it to make teleporting saber-tooth slimes? It seemed like a good idea at the time. I thought it would be fun and quirky. I'll have to come back and make a second trip for mosaics. Oh, these are full. Yeah, I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the stream selling plorts. That's fine though. Kind of a nice little emotional wind down after what happened. I'm just gonna sell everything to make room. I don't really care what the prices are at right now. I just want to see how much money I can make here at the end. Lots of plorts just on the ground because my slimes were naughty. I'll poke around the lab too, a little bit. I'm really curious what's in there. But first, money. And I've already bought the Fox title, so this time I can't blow all my money on calling myself a Fox. I don't know about you, but I always feel a lot better after a good cry. I'll keep this one. I'll keep the gold plort. I feel like I'd rather have a gold plort than money. The associated prestige. The lag from all the chickens is still pretty awful. These aren't worth as much, but they're not as far of a walk at least. So many clucking noises. still like how everything has like slime faces on it. It's very charming. Just turning around is such an ordeal. I wonder if I could move these two to that waterfall down by the dock and save myself the buildable plot. Yes, the ash in the incinerator was disappearing. The ash in the incinerator gets built up when I actually burn things in the incinerator. And aside from some, how should I put this? Aside from some early on disobedient slimes, I haven't really burned anything. The water in the pond is infinite. But yeah, like for example, I could grab this random chicken and throw it into the flaming pillar. And now there's some ash for the slimes to eat. You know, if you were willing to do such a thing to a poor chicken. I've only got a few more hours to sell things before the prices on everything crash again. Luckily I got most of the really valuable plorts out of the way early, but there's some really good ones in that game. This would be so much easier with fewer chickens. I don't think these ones are happy. But until it's a me problem, it's a them problem. It's gonna take more than 2 trips, so I'm not gonna bother stuffing my inventory perfectly. Back in the day, I thought crystal plorts were like as expensive as it got. How times have changed. Yeah, I've got money now. It's nice. I just noticed that they're pulsing. That's kind of creepy. Not in a bad way, though. Nectar and honey, they both begin with H. I feel like the dervish slimes are not happy. But that's part of my plan. If they're hungry, they'll be too weak to fight back against me. Exactly, they haven't turned it into a me problem yet, so it's a them problem. Alright, 1 or 2 more trips should do it. We're cutting it kinda close, but I think we can sell everything tonight. It is so nice to move around without lag. And now I have to give up on that. I like how you can tell when the rest of the ranch loads, because the frame rate immediately gets cut down to like a fifth of what it was. One more trip for Crystal and Rad Florets, and then that's all of them. Yeah, the price is gonna crash super hard when the day rolls over. But I successfully sold off all of my stock before the price crash. So everything is fine. Literally stocks, yes. Market is in shambles, everything is fine. Look, that's Moshi's problem, not mine. Alright, a little bit shy of 75,000. Can't really turn my nose up on that. Yeah, so... this is the price of everything right now. Just kind of like pick your favorite plort and memorize its number. This is what I did to them. Oh no. Oh, that's so bad. And they're still dropping, every single one of them. Well, that's a Mochi problem. Let's check out this lab. Yeah, accept gold. can create gadgets using slime science. More plots, very nice. Exploring defensive turrets, decorations, and more. Siphon underground resources. Interesting. Collect resources from these. Create my own quick travel link. Oh my god, that would have been so useful. Teleport resources between 2 points. Drones. Buzz around the ranch to perform a variety of tasks. I really wish I had found this substantially sooner. Restore health. Targets tar and blasts them. Play slime ball. Pick a favorite. Lava lamp. After a Gordo, interesting. Quick sales for market stuff. I can like refine plorts, whatever that means. I am holding the thing down like as hard as I can, and this is how slow it scrolls. Fabricate gadget. Okay, so this like consumes plorts to make things. I built this lab after meeting a slime scientist and learning about the wonders of plort technology. I figured it would be fun to tinker with on rainy days. I only nearly blew myself up 3 times, which is pretty good given my tendency for that sort of thing in my other hobbies. Relatable. But it soon became a reminder that I have a thirst for adventure, and being cooped up in a barn all day wasn't ever going to satisfy that thirst. Soon, I began to set my sights for horizons beyond this ranch, and once I got to thinking on it, farther still. Yeah, this would have been really good to find a long time ago. Oh well. And then it just leads back into the quarry. Also, fun video game thing. You see this tunnel where it's like arranged in such a way that you can't actually see what's on the other side? They do that to hide loading screen transitions. Like, none of this exists until I get too close to it. And then, like, once it's out of sight again, I can safely unload it. And the amount of lag there kind of lets me showcase it. But yeah, that was Slime Rancher. Very, very good game. Very relaxing. I think I'll call stream about 5 minutes early tonight. I can't really think of anything else I would do that would last exactly 5 minutes. No, I had a very good time with this game. I could clean up the chickens, but I think it'd be... I think it'd be more, I think it'd be more appropriate to just let them roam. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it each and every time. Next stream will be on Wednesday. The game will be Super Mario 3D World. I will most likely not be streaming Slime Rancher again. And it feels a lot more melancholic saying that about this game than it usually does. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful night, and I hope to see you again. See you later.